Hey guys, this is Scott from Mike the Mighty. This week Adam hasn't been able to be on the video. Um, we were supposed to be recording tomorrow night, so we'll see how that goes. He's just working, his work schedule changed. So hopefully we'll record that tomorrow. I'll get it out sometime either Sunday or Monday probably. That being said, tonight I just wanted to take a few minutes just to really talk to you guys about why I created the channel and the things that's been working, the things that ain't been working, and to reach out to you guys and just kind of let you know where we're at and talk about what we plan on doing next, and some of the things I think about and do, and some of the things I think about and I don't do, and some of the things that I do that don't work, and some of the things that I do and do work, right? And so, let's just get into it and talk about it. So, when I first started the channel, Mike the Mighty, this is back in July, so just a month and a half ago or so. And it had just gotten to the point for me where I needed a creative release, right? Something I can come home, be excited about. Growing up, it was running home to the video game, Pokemon on the Game Boy Color. For a long time, it was just coming home, hanging out with the wife, and that's still great. There's nothing changed about that. Time has changed where it used to be just running to the church because we were pastoring to do stuff around there, and we still go to church, and nothing's changed about that. Uh, so it's just times just change, and I'm always looking for something to do, and I'm looking for a new challenge, right? And so the challenge is to build a YouTube channel. I got inspired by watching my friend Nick Centron from Nick Reviews, and he was trying to get up to 500 subscribers, and I thought, man, that seems fun, and it'd be a cool way to kind of be creative, and to have some fun, and to see if I could do it, and that kind of stuff. So that's the reason I started the channel. It was just out of fun and just out of way to challenge myself creatively, and so here we are. We're 39 subscribers in. Thank you to those guys who and gals who have subscribed to the channel. Truly appreciate that. Um, so that's what we're doing out here. I've invited my brother to be on the channel. So the plan is that every other week he'll come on the channel, and we'll do a mighty brother production, so to speak. Out of that is what I'm named it anyway. And then the other weeks we'll have my wife come on. We'll do a mighty's couple video. We tried to do a game the last week or this past week, and it kind of worked, I guess. Um, but it's just fun. It's just fun to do it. We're going to do that again. We think that between me and her, if we can just kind of do something we want to talk about, right, and then a little game, it'd be fun. Uh, if there's anything else you want to see like that, just let us know. Um, we'll be, we're just out here trying to have fun, and to see if we can build a channel. And I like challenges. I like producing something. I used to do children's books, and I still do. I have one over on my drawing desk right now that I've started. I've written majority of the story. I'm going to turn it into a graphic novel, but I haven't worked on that in about 2 or 3 months. Off and on I have, I guess. But other than that, um, it's just kind of hit pause. The thing is with the books and the children's books and stuff like that is it takes so much time to really get something out, right? A product out. And with these videos, you can do it all the time. And maybe I'm looking for that endorphin hit or something like that when somebody likes the video or whatever, and that's fine. I don't care. It's just something to pass the time and to be creative, and to produce something. I can't get away from that. I like producing something. I like working hard on something, seeing the results, right, and feeling good about that. I like working. I like, getting up and going to work in the morning and trying to hit a goal. I like getting up in the morning, or I like coming home in the afternoon, spending time with the wife and playing with the dog, and going to church on Wednesday and Sunday and doing that kind of stuff. But I also like getting my hands to something that I get to create, right? Something that is completely mine, right? Something that I get to put out to the world and to say, hey, look, this is something I made, and if you like it, that's cool, and if you don't, that's cool too. On to the next. I seen an interview with Todd McFarlane, who uh, wrote Venom, and then he come out with Spawn, the comic book, which they turned into a movie. And but anyway, he was drawn from for Marvel, and they was interviewing him about what he, when he used to do that. And so they asked him a question, what do you think about people who don't like comic books? And he goes, that's fine. He said that's fine. If you come forward and you don't like comic books, that's okay. And it's not for everybody. But move out of the way and let that person behind you step forward and see if they like comic books, because they might. And that's the way I feel about this, right? If you don't like my stuff, that's okay. It's not your cup of tea. I get it, right? But move aside, or even I'll do one even better, share it to the next person, right? And see if they like it. Maybe they like what we're kicking out, and maybe they'll subscribe and like the videos and comment and do all that good stuff. And we can kind of build this community over just having clean fun and talking about clean fun, and and that's what it's about. So, you know, anyway, that's my vent on that. So I want to talk about some of the things that has worked and some of the things that haven't worked. Some of the things that have worked. Anytime you put the words challenge or um, guess what, right? Or there's a guessing game in the title, people tend to click those videos or watch those shorts. Shorts have gotten the most views. The most views we got on one short was over 1,300 views. It ain't great, but it's good for me. I like it. Um, and that was the a mighty challenge video, and there wasn't much of a challenge to be honest with you. But I'm testing the waters. I'm pretty new at this, so we'll do more stuff like that. And those things have been successful. Things that have, and also the videos that have that have been funny. Those have done pretty well. Um, so maybe I'll make more funny videos. I try to just be authentic. I don't want this to be anything that it's put on or fake. I want to be able just to communicate me and you, or me and my wife and you, or me and my brother and you, and whoever else want to bring the channel. In a few weeks, I've asked Nick to come onto the channel, so hopefully me and my brother will get to talk to Nick from Nick Reviews, and just kind of catch up what he's doing. I told him that he's inspired me to go out and buy my own toy because he does toy reviews, and he said he encouraged me to do a review on the toy, and which I'm not. It's my. I mean, I bought toys. I got you know toys sitting over there pinned to the wall, but it's cheap stuff. It's one of the best superheroes ever, uh, Aquaman, right? So I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I said Aquaman, best hero ever. Okay, maybe not, but it's just little toys like that that I collect. It's Dollar Tree stuff. It's nothing that nobody would ever care about. But I am going to buy one because he inspired me to do so. Um, Hopefully tomorrow, and I'll get to do that tour review and put it up here. But I've learned a little bit from Nick, and so we hope to have him on the channel. Um, Things that haven't worked, everything else. Everything else that I've tried to do hasn't worked. And you get 8, 10 views. Sometimes I got 1, 2 views, and that's okay. I'm trying stuff out and I'm learning. Um, but it's all about just having that fun and learning what we're doing. So um, uh, some things that are coming next. Some things that are coming next are, like we said, having Nick on the channel. I'm actually going to go to our nearest comic book store and see if I can interview those people that work there, or the lady that owns it or runs it, to see if she would allow me to videotape in there and all that good stuff. Man, I am stuck in the 90s. Videotape. Who videotapes anymore? Record, right? So I want to record in there. But nonetheless, some of the things that I want to talk about is what I what I do like and what I do want to talk about on this channel. Just let me just kind of talk about who I am for a little bit, right? Just for a few minutes. Number one is I'm a Christian. I believe in God all the way. I'm actually ordained minister through the Church of God. We pastor 2 churches. Me and my wife. I'm married to Bonnie. We've been married for 17 years. Um, we have a little dog. We live in Fort Meade, Florida, and that kind of stuff. I work at a place. I won't name the company just in case they don't want me to, but we build concrete utility poles. So the poles that hold up your electricity in your neighborhood, we build those wooden poles, except we make them out of concrete and steel. And I enjoy my job. Um, I'm I'm a manager there. You know, I get to go in and be challenged every day to make the company better, and I enjoy that. So that's that, and I get to come home and I get to do this. And on Wednesday nights, I get to go to church, and currently I'm helping pastor teach with another pastor. So we're, having fun doing that and leading people to the Lord, and that's great. And then Sundays, sometimes I get to preach. Sometimes, the most of the time, I just get to help out and I get to go worship God. And that's number one for me. Is I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, and that's what's important to me. Number two is I'm a husband. My wife Bonnie is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. The greatest person that's ever come to my life, and she means the world to me. And I'll do anything I can for her. Absolutely. Uh, Next, my parents, brother, sister, family, aunt, uncles, um, they mean the world to me, and I do anything I can for cousins, family in general, friends. Uh, those things mean everything to me. Things I like to do. Obviously, I like to create stuff. I like to draw. I like to write stories. I like to tell stories. I like to read comic books. I like to watch cartoons. I like to play video games. I like going to amusement parks, theme parks. I like learning. I do like learning. We went to NASA a while back and it was great. Y'all should go to the Kennedy Space Center um, over on the Space Coast of Florida, man. It was awesome. Go. You'll have a good time. You'll have a great time. Just go. If you can afford to go, go. Um, I like fishing. I don't get much chance to go hunting, but I do like to go hunting. Um, I'm a Florida boy. I was born and raised in Florida. So fishing's a part of that, I think. And if it's not, it probably should be because it's a blast. I have a little boat, little bass boat that my uncle Ricky helped me get a hold of, and I take that out from time to time, and that's one of the most peaceful things of my life is I get to get out there sometimes by myself and just float on the boat. Even if I'm not fishing, I might just lay down on the boat and just enjoy the sunshine and the quietness. So yeah, that's what I like. That being said, that leads me to doing this, and I get to do this and have fun and to see if I can make something out of nothing because we started with a zero and now we're at 39. And there you go. The next thing I want to talk about is I want to start going live. But here's the deal: is you got to have 50 subscribers before YouTube will let you go live. That is 11 subscribers away. I want to challenge all of my subscribers and everybody who sees this video to either one, subscribe to the channel or send it to somebody who might subscribe to the channel. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's fine. Like we said, but step out of the way. Let the person that's behind you come up. Suggest our channel to somebody, and let them know who I am, and let them watch this video, and hopefully, they will want to talk about the comic books that I like to read. I like to talk about. I like reading pretty much around four. So it's Superman, Spider Man, Power Rangers, and Ninja Turtles. And if we can stick to those four things, I love you. I'm joking. I love you anyway. But I'm into all of it. I just picked up the Flash and the Hulk. Those are the only have two comic book, or only have one of each of those comic books. The Flash, I wasn't very impressed with the storyline or the artwork. Artwork is probably what draws me in more than anything. Storyline wasn't even all that great. The Hulk I haven't dove into yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I like to have some of my cousins over, or on the channel. Some friends I like to have on the channel. So we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, I'm not going to tarry much longer. I just want to come on and talk to you, kind of tell you some stuff that we got going on. And there it is. So, nonetheless, I do want to be mic'd for your curiosity and mighty for your inspiration. So let me know what you'd like to see. Please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave comments. Go to every video and leave comments. It sure does help out. And I hope that if you don't like the channel, that you'll at least suggest me to somebody else. Remember, mic'd and mighty, mic'd and mighty. Mike the Mighty. I'm gonna say that a lot. Mike the Mighty, 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 Mike the Mighty. I'm watching Thursday Night Football. Mike the Mighty, Mike the Mighty, Mike the Mighty. Say it 1,000 times fast. Get it stuck in your head, right? That's what we do. Not really, but anyway, I'm out.